Mike, check, check, check. Justin Hunt. It's all happening. Thank you guys for supporting this channel. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Thank you to everyone who's donated to the Cash App or to the Linktree or even given a super chat. If you want to contribute to this mission, the Cash App's right up there. The Linktree's in the description. And I guess you could donate through YouTube too. I see a few people who do that. I've actually never done that before, but all love and all appreciation. And big thank you to all my newest members. 76 members, 76 members. We moving. The newest members, big thank you to Laura Approved and to Pedro Neary. 9-second applause. Thank you. Now, yesterday we talked about how Kendrick Lamar is officially the headliner for Super Bowl, this coming Super Bowl in 2025. This is a major announcement, man, and it's not a good day. It's not a good day for Drake fans, Drake Glazers, Drake supporters, people who are looking at this battle from a Drake standpoint. This was not a good day for y'all yesterday. So we covered the announcement on its own, and today we're going to cover the reactions because the reactions are all over the place when it comes to this. But first we have to start with possibly Drake's biggest advocate or media supporter, Akademiks. Now, last week or 2 weeks ago, we covered how Akademiks said he's the greatest journalist that DJ Head knows, the greatest journalist of everyone. And his point was that he has a lot of relationships and he has a number of contacts that give him the inside scoop on when things are going to drop. So DJ Akademiks said that Kendrick's going to drop soon. DJ Head called cap, and Akademiks said, don't doubt my sources. Don't doubt my sources. Kendrick is dropping soon. Well, whatever announcement Kendrick was going to make on the album side still remains to be seen. But Kendrick dropped this major announcement that he's headlining the Super Bowl in 2025, right? So you could look at this two ways. I mean, he could drop an album now, between now and the Super Bowl, but chances are he's going to drop after the Super Bowl now. You know, after the Grammys, after the Super Bowl, when you're getting the bump from the Grammys, you're getting the bump from the Super Bowl, and then you drop an album. I mean, that's a great runway for any new material, any new music. Not Like Us is going to be nominated for awards, potentially could win Song of the Year and or Record of the Year. And he's definitely going to be performing that song at the Super Bowl. The more I think about it, the less I can't imagine him not playing his biggest song and the world's biggest song on the biggest performance stage. So, but yesterday we saw Akademiks' reaction. Now, he had talked about, he even mentioned at one point that he is going, as soon as he finds out the date that Kendrick's going to drop, he's just going to leak it to everybody. But it appears he might have missed this announcement. Maybe he didn't know this is what's happening. So here's what he says yesterday. We're going to go through a few of his tweets because it's resonating loudly within the Drake sphere of influence. Now, here's what he says. That thought of Not Like Us ringing off at the Super Bowl with new Kendrick album dropping around that time and doing like 600,000 is devastating. All good for Kendrick, but damn, this little leprechaun really got the Hall of Fame Madden 2025 plays of death. And he's got the teary-eyed emoji. Like I said, man, I mean, if you're a Drake fan, it's not a good day for you. Then he goes on, the NFL just gave Kendrick Lamar a global pop-out show. Jay-Z, I see you. You ain't low, right? So now Jay-Z is taking a lot of shots from different people who feel perhaps Lil Wayne deserved to perform or to headline at the Super Bowl. We'll get to that in a few. Akademiks continues. Jay-Z and Roc Nation responsible for curating the Super Bowl halftime show. Remember that. Jay-Z is Roc Nation does handle. I wonder if it's really community outreach. I can't remember if it is or not, but they handle the Super Bowl performances. They're also behind a lot of the inclusivity phrasing that's on the NFL fields in recent years. I don't think Jay-Z has carte blanche, though. You still have to get approval from the NFL before, like a committee of people have to agree that this is the right way to go. but Jay-Z has major influence over who performed. That is true. He says, Metro Boomin waiting by the phone for Kendrick Lamar to call him and invite him to the Super Bowl performance to get his 16 off with his little MPC. I would love to hear BBL Drizzy at the Super Bowl. I think BBL Drizzy would be a great song. like a transitional song. They play it at weddings. It works at the Super Bowl. BBL Drizzy. Ooh, ooh. That's a very terrible rendition, but I enjoyed singing it. So 1 second plus. Okay, now Akademiks continues. Every nigga at the pop-out event with Kendrick texting him like part 2 at the Super Bowl, big homie. Probably a lot of truth to that. I don't think the new artist stage will probably be there, but I don't think it's out of the question that TDE shows up on that stage. Schoolboy Q's having a great year this year. Absol seems to be teasing a new project right around the corner. J-Rock, Win, 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 it works. That's a super sports song. I think that is definitely possible. Who knows who else he'll bring out, but I'd imagine Black Hippie having some representation there. Drake and J. Cole rap, big as the what, big as the Super Bowl. I know that's the best part. A lot of you guys pointed out that I didn't mention that in the previous video I did on this. I actually had to go through a couple of takes yesterday. And so there's different versions that have all kinds of different information in them. But yeah, I mean, that line is, that whole thing was a mistake from the beginning. If you really look at it, first person shooter that didn't work out for anybody on that song. I mean, we can say J. Cole is fine because he bowed out, but like he still took a reputational hit with a vocal portion of the population. There's no big 3. It's just Big Me. Big as the Super Bowl. No, I'm doing the Super Bowl. It's funny. And Jay-Z made Kendrick Lamar the headliner of the Super Bowl. This shit wild. This is crazy. Right. And then Akademiks, after Kendrick makes note that there's no round 2s in his Super Bowl spot, Akademiks says, nah, fuck that. Drake got to squabble with Kendrick. Enough is enough. He is going through it. Look at the range of emotions. He's like, man, this is crazy. I've got teary eyes. It's devastating. He's going to do 700,000. This is really sad. And then he gets over here. Nah, it's Jay-Z's fault. It's Jay-Z's fault. No, you know what? We just got to fight. Time to squabble. Drake got to squabble. I mean, this is like real time coke going down right here. Talking about round 2s. Kendrick is a petty nigga, sees everything and clearly hates the fuck out of Drake. I mean, we could call Kendrick petty, but have you listened to the 12 tracks that Drake has dropped since this battle? Have you listened to like this whole plot twist thing? Have you listened to SOD where he's talking about his therapist and he finally makes direct mention to this battle and people hating on him. This microphone over. This battle and people hating on him. You know what I mean? Like, Drake is super petty out here, and he's petty in defeat, which is a special kind of petty. The Super Bowl in New Orleans, and they let Kendrick perform over Lil Wayne. Jay-Z, a legend hater for that. Round 2 will still proceed. Now that is part of what Kendrick is talking about in that post, because Drake, on his plot twist Finsta account, posted a clip of Rasheed Wallace from the playoffs where Detroit beat the Lakers, saying that we guarantee we'll win game 2. So Akademiks is saying round 2 will still proceed. Now, he went on live yesterday because everybody was waiting to see what Akademiks was going to say on his live, since he has been saying he had the drop on all the information on Kendrick, but this one seemed to get past him. And he's saying at the same time, he's been one of the main ones talking about how Drake's going to win round 2. Drake's going to win round 2. Well, he clarified that yesterday, which feels like spin to me, but I'll let you guys react to it. Let's take a look.
Bro, I am telling you this because this is true. Drake has zero desire to go and get in a second bar for bar rap battle with Kendrick. And it's not because he's like, because now y'all gonna create narratives. Oh, he's scared. You see, you can't win with. That's the thing about the internet. And honestly, now this is my opinion. I particularly believe that Drake would rap all day with Kendrick. But I don't think he has any more interest in doing what we saw, which by the way was an amazing time, right? Song for song, because the judges and palette where the music is being received at, he's not getting the same fair shake. It's not like an even playing field where the
Not like an even playing field, not getting a fair shake. I mean, this again, Drake started all this stuff. He just didn't win. Drake was the one who jumped out the window and did all these weird interviews after the Control verse. Drake is the one who went to Compton and dissed Kendrick on a game song. Drake is the one that was begging Kendrick to drop the whole time. Drake is the one that brought family in when he's mentioned Whitney. You know, Drake is the one that framed Family Matters around Whitney. You know, calling her abused and essentially calling her a hoe at the same time. Shake that ass for Drake, shake that ass for free. Drake is the one that did AI Tupac and AI Snoop Dogg and brought up his own allegations first. His own allegations first. Heard it on the Button podcast, has got to be true. Drake did all this stuff. All the way up until Euphoria, people were like, yo, Kendrick, man, you really got to come. Drake was looking great. He was looking great all the way up until Euphoria. Amazing up until Euphoria. I don't understand what this level playing field thing is. You know, I know people are talking about allegations on both sides, but one person has several moments caught on camera that raise questions, and the other one doesn't. So it's like, oh, well, we're not treating these allegations fairly. Well, one allegation is connected to him kissing a teenager, 17-year-old girl on stage after he knew her age. He admitted to being in the kick stream. He admitted to being in the monkey stream. Now, he gave an explanation. He said, they told me to do that. I don't really know her. But all this stuff looks like things that add up to supportive evidence of the allegations that are coming at him. And we don't have the same on the other side. I'm not trying to, you know, say one's more important than the other, but I'm trying to get at what maybe Akademiks is talking about when he says this playing field isn't fair. Like, you know, there is also talk that a quote unquote ex-girlfriend of Kendrick is going to sit down and do an interview with someone and perhaps confirm or validate or expose or reinforce some of the allegations that have come from Drake's team towards Kendrick. And we'll have to see what that looks like when and if that happens. There's conversation around that's been floating for a while, for a few weeks now. But I don't understand where this playing field isn't level talk is coming from. Like, this is Copium 5000.
The people are judging it like independent of biases. So why would he do it again? You get what I'm saying?
But that's on both sides, though. Like, especially Maul. I was watching Maul, Rory, and I don't even really watch their podcast, but I see their clips that pop up, and I don't even get it. I don't even get, like, the level of bias that's on there. And Akademiks is the main one.
Just be stupid. Now, what he's considering game 2, you got to ask him. But I think if you're a fan, you could probably reasonably understand or probably come up with what conceptually a game 2 would be.
I mean, that's the other part of it. Sometimes he's talking as if he's talking directly to Drake, but in this one, he's like, you know, well, whatever game 2 is Drake's got to, you have to talk to Drake, or it has to come from Drake.
Probably reasonably.
Watch this.
That would just be stupid. Now, what he's considering game 2, you got to ask him.
You got to ask him what he's considering game 2. What's he say here?
And get in a second ball. Drake has zero desire to go and get in a second bar for bar rap battle with Kendrick. And
Drake has zero desire to get into a rap battle bar for bar with Kendrick.
But I think he's stupid. Now, what he's considering game 2, you got to ask him.
You got to ask him what he's considering game 2. And he's posted that game 2 will proceed. I mean, it's all jumbled and unclear. Man, it's a tough day for Drake fans. Really, it really is. Big as the Super Bowl, Kendrick all alone.
But I think if you're a fan, you could probably reasonably understand or probably come up with what conceptually a game 2 would be. But if you're thinking that Drake is eagerly sitting at home creating bars, trying to either bait, engage, or hope that Kendrick would entertain him in another battle, that couldn't be further from the truth.
I listened to these last 12 songs that Drake put out. Okay. There's a lot of bars. There's a lot of subs, on there, a lot of tepid one-time listen type responses. It sounds like he's putting bars towards this conversation. I don't hear that in this description. But when you're talking about biases, what Akademiks is saying would lead you to believe that red, blue, green, red wasn't a response to Meet the Grams. SOD didn't reply to the Rap Avengers. It's Drake. 21 Savage, It's Up with 21 Savage isn't really dissing Kendrick. Like, I'm sorry. We don't believe you. You need more people.
You get what I'm saying? Now, yo, everybody's in the chat just like, yo, nah, this is cat. Yo, it's crazy. I shouldn't even said that then. All right, never mind. Yo, it's like, if y'all not gonna believe me, like, why even, bro?
Right, it is cap. Everyone in the comments is correct, but it's not just Akademiks that's in shambles. So the other thing that's really interesting about the reaction to this announcement is that the Drizzy subreddit, they're coming. They're probably at the 5th or 6th stage of grief. Maybe the 7th stage of grief. I don't even know what the stages are, but they're starting to see what the rest of the world sees. Here's the announcement on the Drizzy subreddit. Right. There's only one opportunity to win the championship. No round 2s. Kendrick responds to Drake's round 2 request. They had to lock the post, so no new comments could be posted. Right? And so look at the second comment. Drake is so stupid for responding to this man. Genuinely very stupid. 1.6 thousand upvotes. Listen to this thread. Listen how it goes. Honestly, he was in a box either way. Like that was a hit. Someone else. Nah, if you let it go, he could have came out and went with much less repercussions than what's happened now. Next comment. Of course, but people would constantly spam his comments with, haha, you're scared of K-Dots. Still better than whatever is happening to Drake now, but I don't know. Next one. Still better than being called a you-know-what by basically the whole planet. I'm from Italy, not even the U.S. and my 40-plus years old, not even from the U.S. and my 40-plus years old female coworker asked me why this rapper is being accused of that. That's how crazy it is. Kind of sad seeing the boy go out like that. Not gonna lie, guys. I really wish he has something up his sleeve. Next person. We all owe Cole an apology. Next person. No, we owe Cole the end of his career. He's the one that started this ish by bringing up Kendrick in Drake's song and then walked away. Next person. Kind of backdoored Drake, to be honest. Next one. He did it in a wholesome way, though, saying they were the big three. He even wanted Kendrick on the song. There's no way Cole expected Dot to respond the way he did and like that. Cole responded because he thought it was going to be a good old rap beef, but soon realized it was deeper than that and probably contacted by someone from TDE and backed out. Next comment. Drake had to respond, and he did really well with push-ups. His mistake was escalating and dragging Kendrick's family into it. If he had just kept making fun of Kendrick being short and poking fun at TDE and Kendrick's business exploits, Kendrick's "don't take it there" angle would have been neutralized. Drake will be fine. He's just got to brush it off and get back to being the hit maker. I'm saying, man, reality is starting to set in. And it's only 6 months, 5 months since the battle. It took 5 months, but even Drake land, members of the Drake Glazer community are starting to see what everyone else has realized. And they're even pointing out the accountability that Drake has for how this battle went. It was a friendly fade. You could keep it. We should keep it that way. He should have kept it a friendly fade. He should have kept it a friendly fade. These OVO niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America. They imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. So this Super Bowl announcement is ringing loudly in the Drake community. Akademiks is copping pleas, and the Drizzy Reddits and Shambles on this post. I think I'm happy to see people come to the realization that Drake is responsible for his own demise in this particular situation. Because this idea that it wasn't a level playing field is straight cap. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about the reactions that that we're having here with this Super Bowl, with the Super Bowl announcement. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow at The Company Man on everything. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views, it's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.